Welcome back.
Grabby hand.
Grabby hand. We're going outside with a grabby hand.
You said something at the last recording that was in my brain. I was like, it's kind of funny, and now I forgot what the word was.
What the fuck was it?
It was something like goobus.
Goobus, yeah.
They were being goobuses, and I was like, oh, dude, I should open by being like, hey, I'm Goombus, and that's Floombus. We're here to save Hyrule's pants.
You
We
need
get like one view per each one of these at this point, and whoever that one person is watching, hello.
Hi,
You're
thank you.
watching what is probably hidden footage to the rest of the world. No one else will ever look at this.
Yeah, you're basically watching found footage. Welcome to the Twilight Zone.
Found footage of... Oh, man, now it's a creepypasta.
Yep, creepy poster.
And then the lake was blood, but with blood eyes.
And the forest was filled with poison that would kill you if you walked into it, but Link was able to walk into it and just appeared back at the start in a haze. He's been dead this whole time. My dad is gone.
It just stops with my dad. That's it. Just the idea of your father being there is like, huh, son? I thought I told you I don't like Twilight Princess. No, Dad, don't break it.
You're not supposed to play those anti-Christian games.
They have magic.
You see that imp? That's the devil's work.
Here's the thing.
Holy shit, it's almost mail time.
Oh, God, it's that weird running boy.
Do you think they know?
It's almost mail time. What, that's almost mail time?
No, that, you know. Do the people inside know?
I probably just think it's a weird weather day.
I mean, it's sort of like they're all kind of dead, but they're not. Okay, I think this... No, I'm thinking of a different spot.
No, I shouldn't. No, it's...
What?
I'm trying to think if I should talk about the heat wave that happened recently.
I mean, you can.
Fuck that, dude.
Yeah,
It got really warm. I have really hard time sleeping when it's warm. I got 4 hours of sleep in total over the course of 3 days.
I don't know how I slept through a lot of it. I think it was just because I had a really powerful fan on me. But it was
dude.
Sheets off, just in bed, fan blowing on my face. Okay, I need to go right.
I was just up and I was like, well, I might as well play Guilty Gear. Then I injured my back playing Guilty Gear like a fucking idiot. All I had to do was stand up more.
I had to sit in this room for 4 hours on stream during the heat wave without the fan going.
That is kind of hell.
Yeah.
I can't argue that. This is an interesting dynamic. This was a staple for Zelda games until like
Make you walk in a field?
Actually, it's not fully true. It's like the run in a field with some bird chasing you that you don't really want to deal with.
I got tired of wings flapping on screen.
What's it called? Wind Waker? But they kind of had that in the...
Mail time!
Mail!
Mail!
It's mail.
Mail!
I don't remember how it goes in Blue's Clues.
Oh.
Yeah.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from.
Is that from Blue's Clues?
Yeah.
Oh. It's pretty good.
If you have a letter to you, I will approach you at high speed. Please do not flee.
Oh.
I'm sure you know this, because it was like on every other, you know, we play games at this fucking page in like 2002. Or not 2002. Had to think about time for a second there. In like 2010, you can soft lock the game by having him run off the ledge.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but like, so to a normie, does this appear like this, or is it just like regular?
To a normie. I don't know how I feel about Link going around being like, fucking normies.
Because like, because the people are like, how does the mail guy get the mail? Because the mail is located in Hyrule.
Why? Okay, hold on. You said normies, and then you said the mailman.
Yeah.
Nothing about him is normal.
He's got legs, don't he?
He has super legs. He's got better legs than everyone. And people in Hyrule, they have legs. He's got legs.
Legs for days.
Yeah, dude,
He's
he
like
runs
chicken for
a lot.
days.
You know what doing a lot of running does? Makes your legs and glutes really strong.
So what you mean is he's got a fat ass.
Actually, yes. Put it in the thumbnail.
Mailman's got the
post
fat
guy
ass. I need you to write these down. What did I say for the first episode?
First one was spider drama.
Okay. Spider drama and thick mail.
Thick mail. Irony is that she's not ironic at all. Fuck it. I give up. Look, it broke the sword. I can't believe they built a sniffing mechanic into the game.
Because you're a dog.
That was actually kind of common for around this time. I remember a lot of games where like, you gotta sniff around for the clues. You know, play like LA Noire and your guy had to like smell the blood on the crime scene. That part was pretty weird though.
It was that part in, I know this is not at all at that time, but there's that part in David Cage game where the robot licks the blood.
Did I tell you about David Cage and like...
Wait, what?
Did we not get into this on...
No, like, I'm talking about what happened with the plant there. But I don't know. I don't know about like Cage.
Okay, so you're familiar with his games in general, right?
Yes.
Are you familiar with how pretty weird a good section of like the scenes can be?
Yes.
Where it's kind of like, you know, if you read this like in its kind of worst way possible, this looks incredibly sexist, right?
Yeah.
And like, you know, that's like, oh, okay, that's if I'm reading it as bad as possible. That's like with, you know, the Doug Walker, like, if I'm taking his view on this in the worst way, it sounds like he's an advocate for fascism, right?
Yeah.
And that's maybe not the best at all. But people are like, you know, he makes a lot of story stuff. He tackles some hard topics. Maybe we should give him a pass on it. Recently, a number of, because the studio that he works on is in France, a number, I think like 3 or 4 different like independent French journalists were writing about how his studio's really fucked.
Yep.
And how he himself is a... Fuck this part! No, I got here. That's right, I got here in this game. And I couldn't find this goddamn bridge. I didn't know what they wanted me to do. And I just ran around in circles.
I think I had 4 different parts like this. So, there's this. This one was at least tutorialized. But you forget about it, because, you know, who's going to think to go to an area you've already been to pick up a random item. So there's this... The meteor in Death Mountain that falls randomly at you while you're in the Twilight Realm. Or not in the Twilight Realm. Post-Twilight Realm. You're supposed to bring it to the Frozen Zora River. Who the fuck thinks of that?
That's some point-and-click adventure shit right there.
And you know, it gets worse. Because it permanently ruins the fucking teleport for the Zora domain.
Does it?
Yeah, because... where it teleports you to is where the ice floor was, and the water floor is under that.
So you just...
So he teleports in like normally, and then he falls.
That's pretty funny.
And then you're stuck as a wolf because you can't transform back to a human.
Going back to the David Cage thing quickly. So, you know, the journalists were like, yeah, he's pretty sexist. He kind of runs his place pretty terribly. He's kind of just a bad person. Would constantly, you know, touch his employees and whatnot.
Yikes.
Was quoted to say stuff like, there's just not enough boobs in this office.
Jesus.
We don't make games for derogative term for homosexuals.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And so they're like, hey, we're going to sue you for trying to make us look bad. The thing is, everything they said was entirely true, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's no real argument here. And then, you know, it really puts in perspective when you look back at all the things that you're like, oh, that's pretty weird about his game. You're like, oh, those were written with that idea in mind, right? Those were written in the worst ways.
You gotta love when someone's just entirely fucked and they don't want, like, you just don't even, you give them a pass because you think it's not possible.
Yeah, you're like, surely I'm just being a little too greedy. Nope. There's even at one point where the president of the company, because it's mostly the president and David Cage were the 2 plaintiffs of the case.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, the judge asked him something, and the president was like, "I'm not under oath, right? That means I can lie."
Oh, okay, that was them.
Yeah, that was them. And it's like,
You are?
sure, dude. So yeah, I'm glad that I was never into those games whatsoever.
I mean, now we can laugh at him.
Yeah. I don't know, there was like an air of this. I don't like doing what I'm doing now, which is like the sort of, now that something has come out as like negative. Did your game crash? No.
No.
Okay. It really looked like it on my end.
It looked like it on my end too. I was like, I was kind of like relaxing, and my eyes popped up, and like, oh fuck.
But I don't like to do the thing where something comes out as negative in the public eye, and then you just kind of go like, I was never into it, so I feel like, you know, a better person, right? That doesn't fucking mean anything.
Whoops, shit.
Right? Me not liking David Cage games doesn't make me any better of a person. It just means like, yeah, I didn't like him. But there was always
it means
a
you like
feeling
good
of, like,
content.
there was a feeling of like pseudo well-written narratives, like elements, if that makes sense. Like things someone would make if they're like, I'm trying to make a heavy, like, real game, but no human character was really there, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? Like everyone there was more of a puppet than, wow, that's really annoying. Knock into the wall there. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a writer by any means, but it is a little obvious when you're reading something or watching something. You're like, these don't feel like real people. These just feel like puppets that are kind of written to be like, I'm trying to sell something and I don't know how to do it. It's like a telemarketer.
It's amazing to me that David Cage can make a game that's like racism bad and then be like, oh, but women? Fuck those.
Dude, he didn't even do that. He didn't even do the racism part.
Wow.
Like, anti-racism part well, from what I remember. I don't fully know.
I'm not saying he even did it well. I'm just saying he did it.
I think he just wanted to use... I don't know, because like a part of me says, you know, he just wanted to use it like for the
platform.
Yeah, right. Just kind of abusing it. Abusing is not the right term. Using it for clout without trying to at all get the message out, like any company would when they're like, it's Pride Month, so we put a flag here, but we didn't put a flag on any country that's not 100% okay with it, you know?
Yeah. It's a real Bethesda, what was the country?
Was it Iran?
Probably? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Push, why did you make push R? Why is it every other one of these fucking games is a different way to push shit?
Or learn and...
Some games is like, you gotta walk into it, and then hit A and you'll climb it. And other games, it's you walk into it and you press A and you push it.
But yeah, like something like how's that one game series? The Walking Dead? Like,
yeah.
That one, I don't like that kind of game, but I can look at it and be like, alright, they did some good writing here, for sure, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, Lee dying is, like, devastating.
Yeah. I would say spoilers, but the game's like, what, 15, maybe not 15, 10 years old?
I have seen so many things where people spoiled the fuck out of it, I don't care anymore. I guess
That's fair.
Episode title, we already had a title.
Nah, dude, people will deal with it. It's 10 years old.
Yeah.
If you didn't play it by now, that's on.
I mean, I kind of get it for something that's, like, really long, but we're talking about a game that's, like, a couple hours. Like, if you spoil the end of a fucking JRPG like Persona 4, fuck you.
You're still so upset.
Yeah.
The part that's funny to me is not you being upset. It's remembering how the whole situation went for you.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely a weird way of going about it. Because it was just like, what are you doing, Mr. Murder Man? You're not the bad guy.
Get out of here, you silly goose.
You're just the weird guy. And I'm using these vague terms.
It's as if someone, like, passed you a note in lunch that was like, hey, Jimmy is gonna. I don't know. I don't have a good metaphor for this.
Jimmy's gonna start a food fight in 2 minutes.
He's gonna beat you up. No, it's like you got clonked in the back of the head, right, going to school, and you're like, what the fuck? And then, like, you sit down in class, and then, you know, you just overhear Jimmy like, oh yeah, I punched that guy. And you're like, Jimmy, why?
We were friends,
I thought we
Jimmy.
got along. You're a funny guy. And he's like, no, I fucking hate everyone. You're like, Jimmy.
But the difference is
me.
Jimmy was also, like, pretending to not be that kind of guy.
It's true. It's kind of like you just saw footage of it happen. You're like, no way. No way Jimmy did that.
It's like seeing Sokhan.
Don't even. Can't get me. I've become impervious.
What did I say last time? This might have been on stream when I said this, but oh, it totally was. It was the very end boss of Persona 4, and I just had like a really fucking jacked build, but I was like, it was like literally just like the last hit that's like pretty much scripted. And I just went, I am the master of the Sugandi style of fighting. And then just fucking killed her.
It's such like an immature thing, but it's also just too fun. I feel like it's too much in like a what's the term I'm looking for? Like good faith is not the right term. High spirits. I don't know what the term I'm looking for is. Everyone engages in it in a very positive way, I feel, right?
Yeah.
Like if you get got by it, you're like, ah, fuck, god damn it.
But could you imagine being like the end boss of a game and someone hits you with, I am the master of the Sugandi style, and you're like, Sugandi style? And he's like, Sugandi's nuts. And you fucking die.
I still think the Steve Jobs Ligma balls is my favorite one. Specifically the one with the One Piece edit over it.
One Piece edit?
Yeah. I guess spoilers for One Piece.
This is the spoiler episode.
Yeah, here we are. Skip ahead like 5 minutes and you'll be.
Maybe you just skip this episode.
No! There's one guy watching it!
Oh,
we
true.
Need him.
Sorry, one guy. One guy, stick
one
around.
Guy. Hey,
we
one guy.
you.
I hope you don't care a lot about
my
One
children.
Piece. Skip like 5 minutes. Basically, there's a part where like Zoro gets erased by some dude. I haven't seen myself, but it happened in the thing, and he's just like speaking before, and he's like, "It's so sad that Steve Jobs died of Ligma." And Luffy's like, "Who the hell is Steve Jobs?" And he just says, "Ligma balls," and then just erases Zoro, and Luffy does a pretty good scream.
Where's the fucking spider?
You'll never fucking find him.
I guess
it's like
not.
my apartment. You know it's around, and you're just like, where the fuck is it?
Yeah, but you don't need special eyes to locate your spiders.
Special eyes.
Yeah. Imagine if you had to be a dog to see that.
You know what game series I didn't like and was kind of confused that a lot of people were excited for the remakes? The Mass Effect games.
Yeah! What the fuck?
Like,
I know like 2 people who enjoyed it when they were coming out.
it just... I don't know, man. A lot of the mechanics feel pretty outdated now. Is that true?
Dude.
We're
We're gonna set a house on fire.
Ooh.
It's my favorite building. Because it stays on the map for some reason. You're like, what is that? And then you you go back and you're like, oh yeah, I burned this place to the ground. So
like
look, you know, we got... Like, there's nothing wrong with me doing this, right? This is just a storage shed, so, like, who cares?
It's already got cobwebs. Like, no one uses it.
Oh, fuck. Why would you... Okay, better question is... Why would you put a furnace in a bomb shelter? Not even a bomb shelter, a bomb holder?
It gets cold. You don't want the bombs to get cold. We just happen to be in the dry season.
It's a desert.
Yeah. Dry season.
That's why I really like how it kills them.
Yeah, that's true. It'd be a little bit weird if they're just scurrying around after. I don't know. Bugs are fucking resilient bastards.
You know, I find it hilarious that the HD remake of this game removed some of the bugs because they did not remove any of the locations.
They just removed how many you have to get.
Like no, like there are some locations with extra like that one.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't remove something like this one that we're trying to find right now. Pretty sure. This a hop-up situation? Or do I need to dig in specific stuff? Hold on, let's try this. There we go.
Hey.
It's like, that totally looked like a dig spot.
Look, he's back.
He's back. Back again. Oh, I just guessed.
back.
I didn't even look at the map. Get the fuck back here. Stop.
That was some Three Stooges shit right there.
No, there was one stooge.
Single stooge. Hey, I'm the stooge.
I'm sort of stooge. Stooge.
I definitely have been watching that show for a long while, and I feel like I never talk about it with people.
Game Grumps?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, here's the thing. I go so back and forth on Game Grumps because like I'm glad they stick to one game for a while because it means I can check out, you know?
Yeah.
Because like if I don't want to watch something, I just don't watch it, and it means I don't have to check for a while. And then they do Sonic Heroes. I'm like, all right. I'm like, I understand. I understand, and I'm very glad that Aaron got a file with the last boss. Because I did not want to watch him try to get all the Chaos Emeralds because he didn't know how the special stages work.
I think I'm in the camp where I just never got upset with him not understanding something.
No, I wasn't upset. I was like, okay, yeah, it makes sense why he's not, but given the amount of times he goes there, I'd be pushing other buttons, you know?
I think this just goes into a, you know, recording a thing versus having to play a thing sort of situation. I do wish they had a better format for being able to just easily shift attention to someone else while the other one figures something out.
They've had a couple of those moments, but it just seems like...
It usually comes into, like, a desperate, like, I need you to do a thing for a while, right? It's not like a natural flow where one of them figures out, hey, something is going wrong. I gotta pick up the pace.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that's easier to do with, like, 3 people. Do we do that?
Yeah, there have been plenty of times where I'm like, I'm glad he's telling a story because I need to figure this fucking shit out.
Well, I'm glad I've taken my own advice by mistake.
I think sometimes it leads to recordings where you're predominantly talking, but it's usually like, I was confused to begin with, and it would have taken longer if you didn't.
I feel like I just have a natural desire to speak when I'm not hearing stuff in the conversation. Usually it's a detriment, but in cases like this, it comes out pretty well.
Yeah.
Most of the time, my brain's good at being like, find new thing to talk about.
I will say the nice thing about streaming is that I feel less inclined to speak. Like I feel like I'm less forced to speak for the entire duration. Because like I can have like, yeah.
You lied to me.
No, I know how this works.
Oh, I see what you did. I thought you like I thought doing that would have just passed you.
No. Because you gotta figure out where the hell it is.
You don't have to speak too much when you do Twitch stuff.
Yeah. Not like YouTube where I'm like ripping someone by the shoulder and I'm like, I need your attention.
I need you to speak. Yeah. I can imagine, especially if you're recording with someone who hasn't like recorded before or anything or doesn't know like the standard pacing, and like you're kind of saying stuff and then they're just kind of going, yeah. And you're like, I need you to speak more.
Yeah, that's it's always frustrating when you're trying to get someone to explain or like this is even like a problem I have over text where people will just be like, I'll send someone like a couple sentences and they'll be like, okay. I'm like, no, motherfucker. I told you a whole thing.
I need more words. This doesn't confirm enough. I've had that before. I know someone who is just every fucking thing that you ask them, they'll usually just turn into sure. And you're like, what does that sure mean? Is that a positive? Is that a negative? Do you not want us to do this? No, it's okay. Is that what okay level is that?
Is this I'm going to enjoy myself or I'm going to tolerate it because you're my friend?
I need to know. If you're not going to enjoy it, then let's do a thing you would enjoy. No, it's fine. It clearly isn't! And if this is a situation where everything is on the same level of, I guess it's fine, maybe see a doctor.
Usually if I get to that state, I'm just hanging out and I need, like, if it's like something we're watching, I need something for background noise. But like if it's actively a thing I'm doing, I'm like I'll probably tell people I'm not really interested.
I'll like be in the mood where sometimes I'm like I kind of don't care, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a chronic I don't care about anything ever, right? It's not even with like doing stuff. It'll be like, hey, do you want someone to join you go into the store while you grab something? And just be like, I don't care. Sure. And you're like, is that a no? Should I not have said it? Because honestly, I'd rather not, but I didn't know if you were just going to be bored. I shouldn't have asked. It's on me. We've built the sky Lego.
It's not even a Lego.
What?
You're telling me that's a Lego.
Look,
got a
I had
circle
to
on
switch
it.
topics and I couldn't think of anything, so I was like, say something about observation humor, go! And I just called it a Lego.
Alright, Carrot Top, calm down.
Whoa, buddy. Which one was Carrot Top? I know he's a comedian.
Prop comedian. Orange
like
hair.
The one to set the standard.
I don't know. I just know he has orange curly hair, which is why he's called Carrot Top.
I guess that's fair. I feel like...
But you'd think if he's a Carrot Top, it would be green!
What was that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What was that? You never do that format. Are we making fun of a fort? What is that?
What do you mean? I don't
What do
know.
you mean was... What? Okay, hold on.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
I don't know. I don't know how to go any further with this.
It's
Just lost. Get the bug, man.
I'm like,
out for
it
the
genuinely
other
has
bug.
confused me for years why his hair's not green, though.
Because his hair is the carrot.
But it's like a
He's not an entire carrot. This isn't Pajama Sam.
Bro, we should do Pajama Stam on stream.
Dude, I would love to do Pajama Sam on stream. I'd love to do... There's nowhere to hide when it's dark outside. No, there's no need to hide when it's dark outside.
We gotta do the
Very
hard
different
route.
message.
We gotta do the
What?
hard route.
Dude, the fact that there's a harder route still confounds me. Because as a kid, it was already like, what the fuck am I supposed to do
Well,
here?
because it's multi-route, right? Which was what made it interesting. But there was one that's like, you need to know how to time this perfectly in order to get this fucking shit right, kid. And we
I
did not
remember
know.
you sending me a video of like that, and I was like, I had no idea I was even able to time shit here.
Yeah.
I was just looking for goddamn socks, because I thought that's the only thing left I could do.
I remember there was one point where I was playing it years later, and I was like, where's the fucking water meter? That was the first thing I looked up before anything. I was like, where the hell is the water meter? It's in the mines. It's in a really obscure spot in the mines.
Whoa.
Because what fucking kid is gonna know what a water meter looks like?
Hey, we got all the teardrops. Should we call this recording here while we're talking to the god?
We can skip God. Fuck God.
Alright,
I'm
fuck God.
I'm a real boy now.